Flies, midges, gnats, horseflies, they're all an absolute pain when they first start to come out in the spring/summertime. But there are ways that we can naturally repel them for our horse's health and benefit, not to mention our own. So stay tuned and I'll tell you all about them. Hello and welcome back to the Natural YouTube channel. I'm Marianne and I'm passionate about helping you to heal your horse, mind, body and soul naturally. Now today, as I said, is all about natural insect repellent for our horse's health and benefit. So here at Naturally Willow we swear by two. There's garlic and there's turmeric. There are plenty of others you can try, however those are the ones that we really enjoy and like, and so does our herd. So today I'm going to tell you all about how we set up the garlic and turmeric for the herd, what they think of it, and also how it benefits them.
So the first thing you need to decide is where are you going to put your garlic water trough. It needs to be somewhere where you can easily get to it to refill it with water, but also somewhere where it's going to be stable and your horses aren't going to be able to knock it over. So we've put it by this gate which is close to our water bowsers, and we first initially put it on the left hand side thinking it would be the best place for it. However, we decided it was too close to the gate itself, getting the horses in and out, they could kick it and it could just be in the way. Not to mention it's close to the muck heap, which meant that it really wasn't that great for them to be around, plus there's naturally a lot of flies around a muck heap, so we decided then to put it onto the right hand side. Now having the water trough on the right hand side means that we could fairly easily access it to put the water in. Now if you don't have a small pump, that's absolutely fine. We do what works best for you, even if it's just walking buckets of water backwards and forwards. It's entirely up to you which way around you do it, and depends also on how big your water trough is or whether it's just a small bucket. Do what works best for you. This water trough initially had a inlet valve at the bottom which we filled up and then put water sealant on to make sure that the water wouldn't come out. And of course our herd were really nosy about what we were doing and were craning their necks over the fences wondering what the hell we're up to. Which resulted in the youngsters coming in and have a look. Here's Egypt having a drink of the water that we just put in, as if he doesn't have water in all the fields everywhere else. And where one goes, they all follow. So what I do when it comes to the garlic itself is take an entire bulb, take out a clove at a time and chop that up into the water trough. I personally take the skins off each clove. Some people may leave that in, it's your personal preference. However, I find that if I leave the skins on, they end up floating or sitting on the surface and they go a bit mouldy, which affects the water, which means I have to change it just that little more often. But again, it's your personal preference. I then chop each clove in half and then chop it up into smaller pieces. Now some of you may prefer just to chop it in half and whack it in. That is entirely your preference. However, I find that the smaller it is, the more surface area there is for the garlic oils to come out of the garlic plant itself and then permeate and saturate the water. The oil is what we're looking for, as that is the fly repellent element of garlic. The body will take it in, process it and emit it out the skin, which repels the flies. And of course I also had to do this with the assistance of Egypt because I can't do it by myself. But this is why I love this boy. He's always so interested in what I'm up to. And Beansy was there, I thought I'd best offer him what I had in my hand. So I offered him a clove of garlic. You can see him licking the air, so taking in the vapours, and also he will swipe his tongue across it. But he didn't feel it was necessary enough for him to eat it, which he has done in the past. But he has then gone and, as you can see, put his face into the water trough to have a drink. And Beansy was there and wouldn't leave me alone. I had to give him a scratch, because he's spoilt rotten and I can't do anything without giving him some fuss, and this is why it takes me forever to do things out in the field. So back to putting the garlic in the trough and using it all up, that entire bulb. I will be doing a video for you about the benefits of garlic, because it's not just great for its fly repellent abilities, it has a wide ranging effect on the body. So stay tuned for that, I'll let you know as soon as that comes out. And here comes little Spring to come and see what I'm up to as well. And as you can see, she's having a good taste of the water and a drink as close to as possible to the garlic itself, and really taking in the benefits of it.
Okay, so you've seen what we've done with the garlic. We also use turmeric for our horses to have as an insect repellent. So that is this powder just here. You can see it is a lovely golden orange colour, which is the colour you want to be finding. You're looking for a high curcumin rate inside this. It's the most beneficial for the herd. We have a little scoop which has come out of one of our feed boxes, and we just use that to scoop it straight out into the bucket outside. Okay, so I've brought my jar outside. It is an airtight container to make sure that nothing happens to the turmeric powder. We don't want it going clumpy. Just open it up. This is our turmeric bucket. We always use the same bucket so they know exactly where it is, and they have it all year round. Turmeric is a great powder to have on the yard for the horse's health. I'll do you a video about turmeric soon enough so you can see all the benefits, but for the moment in time we're using it for the insect repellent ability. So I'm just going to scoop a few straight into the bucket. It's been trial and error of how much my herd needs in a day, but I've taken to doing about 3 scoops, and that seems to be enough for them through a couple of days. If I leave it any longer than that, or they have it in the bucket longer than that, they don't seem to touch it much. Whether it's because it gets damp and then it loses the elements that I need from it, I haven't fully figured that out yet, but as soon as I do, I'll let you know.
And here's Midnight having a good lick of the turmeric in the bucket and taking that in, and her resulting orange moustache. You may find that once your horse has taken turmeric out of the bucket, it may then start to place the turmeric on its own body or scratch certain areas. This may be for the fly repellent ability, or it may be for one of the other benefits of turmeric. I will be doing you a video on turmeric itself so you can see the wide-ranging abilities that it has. You may also find that your horse starts to itch or scratch its herd mates. Again, could be any of the benefits that turmeric has, or the fly repellent abilities. Now this may be okay if you've got a darker shade of horse, such as Midnight or Pagan. However, if you've got a lighter shade of horse, such as Spring or Egypt, it may stain the white of their fur. Not to worry though, this only usually lasts for a few days and tends to wear off with natural movement in the field and them rolling about, not to mention you grooming them. I would suggest though to make sure that your horse does not have turmeric available to it if you're going to go to a show and it is a lighter horse. However, if they haven't, allow them to enjoy it and allow them to paint each other and see what lovely patterns they create.
So that's the garlic and turmeric that we swear by. Let me know in the comments down below which ones you'll be using, and keep us updated on how your herd react to it and whether it benefits you or not. Also, check out the Thursday Things, where I did a live event on Facebook about natural fly repellents, which also includes animals that may be used to repel flies, not to mention how to naturally deal with fly bites for your herd to reduce the allergic reaction. I'll put the card just here for you, so check that out. Also, keep an eye on the series called Animals and Land Management. I'll be putting videos in there about swallows, fish and all sorts, which we also use to deal with the flies around here. Don't forget to subscribe and click the little bell icon so that you get a notification as soon as those videos come up. Check out the Facebook page, where there's always more information for you. Join the Facebook group. We're a nice little community over there where you can ask any questions you like. Also, check us out on Instagram, we're naturally_Willa, where there's always more information on the herd. And I'll see you again soon. Bye.